Hi, Heart to Heart volunteers. I'm Nichelle Kaufman, Director of Volunteer Engagement, and this is Volunteer Appreciation Week. Now, we are thankful for you all of the time, but we wanted to take a moment right now to highlight your work. The last year threw all of us a major curveball. While the world was shutting down, the need for healthcare only increased, and you rose to that challenge. In fact, we had more people engage in service this year than any other. Over the next few minutes, you're going to hear stories from people from Heart to Heart. And while those stories vary, one thing is the same. And that is that people in Kansas City, across the country, and around the world have had access to healthcare because of your service. For that, we are so very thankful.
Hi, I'm Sarah Cooper, and I'm the volunteer coordinator at Heart to Heart International. I am so happy to join the team and the hundreds of volunteers that have helped us within this difficult year. There has been so much done in 2020 and 2021 that we can't even begin to list it all in one video, but I'm gonna try. We have helped with masks, making blankets, thank you cards to both donors and healthcare workers. Our volunteers have done calls for vaccine clinics, and not to mention the Present brothers who ran across the United States for Heart to Heart. Oh, and the little task of keeping Heart to Heart staff sane. That's a big one. Not to mention the hundreds of volunteers that have joined our team within the last few months to help with COVID testing and COVID vaccines. Thank you, welcome, and we're so happy to have you.
Hello DRT volunteers, this is Heather Lee, the Director of Disaster Response, coming to you from our DRT hangar where we are getting ready for the next hurricane season. But as we round that corner, we can't help but think about 2020 and all of the tremendous work that all of you guys have done over the past year, starting with our COVID responses in New York City, onto education and training, some of our telemedicine programs, and then of course regular disaster response doesn't stop. We still took a team to Honduras for Hurricanes Eta and Iota amidst this global pandemic because the disasters don't stop and the needs don't stop, and people like you make it possible for us to continue to bring healthcare to people who need it. So thank you so much for all of your efforts, all of your patience and understanding. We're really looking forward to continuing our virtual workshops. We hope many of you can join us, and we'll see you guys sometime out in the field as well. So thank you again. We would not be able to do what we do without you. You truly are the cornerstone and make our team successful, and we're so grateful for everything that you do for us. Thank you.
Hi, this is Rick Bradshaw. I'm the Director of Warehouse Operations here at Heart to Heart International. Today, I just want to take a couple minutes to give a shout out to all of our volunteers, especially our volunteers that we have working in our mezzanine sorting product. It's been an amazing group that have worked all through COVID. Just to give you some idea, this year during COVID and up to date, we have had over 1 million personal protection units that have gone out. So it's like 355,000 masks, 660,000 pairs of gloves, 17,000 gowns, about 2,630 thermometers, and everybody's favorite, about 2,100 gallons of hand sanitizer. Prior to COVID, we were processing about 150 pallets a quarter. This last quarter, January through March, we actually did 330 pallets a quarter. So more than double the amount of pallets that have been processed through our mezzanine with our amazing volunteers. And so I just wanted to give a special shout out and thank you to them. And we really couldn't do what we do without you. And we do appreciate it. Thanks, and have a great rest of the day.
Hello volunteers, Brittany here. As most of you know, I'm the Disaster Response Coordinator. This past year has certainly been unique for us as we've tried to learn how to navigate in a pandemic environment. However, it did give HHI the opportunity to take on a bigger role in our local community. One of those opportunities was us being able to partner with Hope Faith Homeless Assistance Campus. We've now been operating a clinic there 3 days a week for the past year. treating over 1,398 patients. This definitely would not have been possible without you. We were also able to test patients for COVID, check on those in quarantine at the Roadway Inn, and manage the medical piece for the city's COVID positive isolation site. We were able to also conduct a flu vaccine campaign to individuals experiencing homelessness and agencies providing support services. We all remember this past winter being really brutal. As part of that partnership with Hope Faith, we also continue to operate a first aid station at their emergency cold weather shelter. All of this in the past year was with volunteers. When the city was shutting down, we were able to rely on all of you to step up and help us hold the front line. It has been amazing working with such passionate and dedicated volunteers, and I've really enjoyed getting to know each and every one of you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Hey, Hygiene Kit volunteers, it's Brian from the Power Serve Department. I just wanted to take a moment and reach out to say thank you so much for your hard work over this past year. You enabled us to assemble over 125,000 hygiene kits. That is a new annual record. You personally assembled over 75,000 of those kits right here at headquarters. That is just extraordinary if you think about all of the challenges to overcome with COVID. So thank you so much for doing that. More importantly, let's talk about distribution. We distributed over 104,000 of those kits, principally to persons impacted by COVID. Over 79,000 of the kits went all over the United States to food banks, community outreach programs, shelters, school systems, hospitals, you name it. You made that happen. We also sent kits out for programmatic reasons to persons that are experiencing homelessness, to veterans in need. We pre-positioned product in both Haiti and Puerto Rico for future storms. We sent a ton of kits down to the Gulf Coast following hurricanes Laura, Sally, Delta, even Zeta, and then to Honduras following the hurricanes Eta and Iota. So you brought a great deal of hygiene, physical comfort, and safety from COVID to tens of thousands of people. We are so appreciative that you leaned into our mission with us during a time of struggle. It means so much to us. I have a special shout out to the volunteers on the mezzanine who scraped up enough PPE and hand sanitizer in the early days to help us create the COVID prevention kit, the Stay Healthy kit. And also special shout outs to Eddie and Carol Lee that coordinated all of this effort in volume while keeping everyone safe. We are so grateful for your leadership during this past time. So let's hope for a more positive 2021, and we certainly look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.
Hey everybody, this is Kim with a shout out to all the Heart to Heart International volunteers. We're so grateful for all of your support and your work to bring access to health to communities around the world. Celebrate Volunteer Month, and we look forward to seeing you in person, hopefully, sometime really soon. Take care and be well.